money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Out.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. It's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, it's Gurley. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Out of the gun, gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. A shotgun snap for gone. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop it. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Escapes the defender, and he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. Got three. Three down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he stopped immediately there. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Third and 2, now Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Back to throw, Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Listen.
Here's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the counter, Gurley. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
76.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
All right. Come on out. No. Starting left here.
Now Goff on first down. Open space inside the 10. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. Throwing again, Ryan. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season, as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to it.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Everson Griffin able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Ryan trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Gurley, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Another carry now for Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Back now in Atlanta. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a handoff for Gurley. Finding room at the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 17. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Woods. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield? I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling. And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go. Hey, got it. Got it. 25. Let go.
On second down, Ryan. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Anthony Hitchens in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season. They got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They run. It's Gurley. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on second down is gone. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Gun! Let him go!
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Let's go.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Get up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Ready! Back 25! Hey, Tuesday! Hey, wait. Check back. 56, Mike, 56.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights